Alrighty, and we're back for game number 2 of the winners match here for a Group C of the FX Open Invitational Series. I am Unstable, joined here by Lurlian, but let's get right into this game. We have Entombed Valley, NSHSan up against TSLRevival. Let's jump into it.
Yep, indeed. Entombed Valley cross-spawn positions, as you can see, guys, so that usually makes for the best games. Hopefully this is going to be a good, long, drawn-out macro game. Is TSLRevival going to be able to make the comeback? We'll have to see. He is the blue Zerg player in the top left spawn position on that map. And in the bottom right, we've got NSHSan opening with a bit of a weird build order in the first game. In the second game, though, let's see what he's going to be doing. The Red Protoss, he is throwing down the proxy pylon. Well, actually, the proxy pylon is not a proxy pylon, just a pylon. At a bit more of a regular spot this time around. I think he's going to go for that bit of an inclined wall-off, because that pylon is not in the most usual position. Let's see how San is going to be constructing the wall-off in a bit, because there's a lot of different ways you can do the wall-off on this map. And as of late, we've seen more and more Protoss players move away from walling off the entire ramp, because it's such a big thing and it is so vulnerable to Banelings, Roaches, and even in the mid and late game, that wall-off, it's just not the best thing to be walling that entire thing off. Let's see what San is going to be doing. I'm interested to see what exactly he has in mind.
Yeah, exactly. Let's... With that pull first, yet again, from Revival, just playing a little bit safe, of course, probably would have been frustrated by this probe, as he did get here at a nice time here. But the Forge actually going on the left-hand side of the ramp, as you were saying, a lot of different ways to wall off on this map so these days. The more common one that I see a lot is just walling off at this double ramp most of the time.
Yeah, it still is, but there have been deviations in this. I actually tried this wall off in my own ladder play, because I was like, yeah, you know, that wall off at the front, it's so big, I don't like it. It's weird how to position your buildings, because you need like a pylon, a gateway, a cyber core, and another pylon to really make that wall off complete. And I've been experimenting with the wall off that San is going for right now as well, but there's a big disadvantage if there is some kind of a roach rush coming, and the roaches position themselves like on the left side, you know, near the destructible rocks. Yeah. You cannot reach there, so they can just kill your gateway, kill your forge, and then you're sitting there like, so that's why nobody really does this wall off. But it's only that particular situation. You know, only when a roach rush happens, that's a situation where this wall off isn't really that good. But when is the last time you've seen a Zerg really go for any kind of a roach rush versus Protoss? It's been a while, I feel. Actually,
I saw one earlier today because I was watching the FX Open guys practice, but in a broadcasted match, no, not for a while. But anyway, let's have a quick look around. Like with that natural going down on the right-hand side, he's going to have a quick third base in a normal position. Hasn't gotten any gas yet. Really interested to why he hasn't gotten the gas just yet. Usually you hold off on the gas in ZVT, but not ZVP. You really want that link speed in case some stalkers walk across the map, as the last thing you want to try and deal with is like stalkers with slow lings. It's just so frustratingly painful.
Yeah, that's not a cost-effective way at all to deal with those stalkers, and it can be annoying indeed. So let's see what San is going to be going for. He has not made a zealot, so he's going to be investing a little bit more. You know, skipping that zealot is actually really good. If you make that zealot, you're going to have to cut a little bit on probes, and if you don't make that zealot, you can continuously chrono boost probes out of both Nexa if you really want to. So I like this. I like the decision out of San to skip out on the zealot, but it is going to take away really any form of pressure that he could apply. And I'm curious to see what are we going to see coming out of this gateway first. Is it going to be a stalker? I would imagine so.
Yes, it is going to be a stalker, as this probe's trying to make it home. It does end up making it. So this is going to be interesting. Still no gas yet for Revival.
Yeah, he's taking his time, man. And there he finally goes. Just see the ghosts of the assimilators appearing. So there's the double gas being taken. I think we've seen... Have we seen Revival play before today? Yes, he played. He played against Strelok, of course. And he played pretty much the same style versus Terran, like you said, also grabbing his gases around the 6-minute mark, also grabbing 3 early hatcheries versus the command center first out of Strelok. So Revival utilizing his Terran build versus a Protoss a little bit in pretty much the exact same fashion, as we see Scouting Overlord out of Revival get chased away. Didn't see any additional gateways going down, but I do think this Overlord is going to make it out of here alive. Is it?
Yes. Well, actually... If he runs down to the right, yeah, nope. Needs to run more to the left right then. That's actually supply capped him too. He's got a Roach Warrior on the way. Link speed just started. We've got a Warp Prism already on the way. I think San is going to do the same type of push as last time.
Yeah, well, he's doing it a bit different though. He's going for the Warp Prism first now, and last time he got 2 Immortals, and then a Warp Prism, then a Observer, but now he's getting a Warp Prism into Observer, so maybe he's going to be doing some shenanigans with dropping sentries in the main base and trying to, you know, force field the ramp. But on this map that is super hard to do, because there's no easy way of getting into the main base. You either have to go through the third or go through the natural with your Warp Prism, and it's very likely for Revival to see this coming and to spot it. And we even have a +1 armor now coming up. Not the most usual upgrade to be getting either. So we're just going to see a bit of a... What is this? This is just a pressure into Immortals? Huh. Nothing I've seen before.
Well, it looks like it might actually work out well, because those rocks aren't done yet, and he will actually be able to force field this ramp and take out the natural, technically, if he wants to. More Zealots being warped in now. He's actually going to catch the Queen with those force fields. Very nicely done by Sand right there. He's cleaned up quite a few of the Zerglings. There are 13 Roaches in production, but will that really matter, because he's going to kill out all of these drones here. He's going to possibly get that hatch as well. He can force field the ramp at the bottom here. So there's only going to be a few Roaches to be able to for San to actually deal with. He's got more Warpings coming through. It's actually all Zealots and a Sentry though. So that is actually quite difficult for San to actually deal with these Roaches. But oh, not if the Roaches actually stand toe to toe with these Zealots here. This is actually looking like Revival's going to die.
Yeah, it really looks like it. Revival was, I think he was expecting another Immortal Sentry all-in, which hits, you know, 1 minute to 2 minutes later. And then when he was still droning up, he got caught by that 5 Zealots, 3 Sentry, and a single Stalker push, and it is killing his third, and the situation is getting out of control right now. Immortals being produced back at home. There's already 2 Immortals back at home. The third Immortal is coming up, and this is looking so good for San. He kills the third, and he has a really strong follow-up push to this as well. Ooh, I'm not sure about this Warp in over here. Oh, but not all the Zerglings are attacking. The Sentry's getting lifted up into the Warp Prism, not losing
Oh my god, got the force field down on the ramp as well. That was actually, yeah, Giraffe was like, no, had enough of that one. Calls GG, and San will advance into the round of 32 from Group C here over TSL's Revival 2-0. Congratulations to him. We'll be right back with our losers match. I believe, now I've just forgotten who it was, between Tia and Strelok. Stay with us.